Are all audio brands created equal? Well, if you ask me, when I was a kid, I used to watch these Bose commercials, and I always thought there was something special about a Bose speaker. And flash forward to today, and I'm about to find out if it really is true. Hi everybody, it's Andy Barrar from Handy Andy Media, and today I'm doing a review for Best Buy's blog on the Bose Revolve II. This is part of their SoundLink line of portable speakers. And what makes this one different is that it is portable, it is durable, and it's smart. Now in this review, we're going to take a quick look at the design, the sound quality, some notable features, and then my final thoughts. So without further ado, cue in that intro. Let's begin with the design of the Revolve II. Now, it's a 360 speaker, so the sound is going to be coming all around it. It really doesn't matter where you place it because it will equally distribute that sound in a 360 omnidirectional fashion. Interesting enough, I got to give Bose designers some credit here. What they did is they made it slightly wider on the bottom than the top. Then they put these little rubber rings on both the top and bottom. And what happens is if you just accidentally knock it over, it falls because of that wide design and narrow on the top. It will fall on the rubber sides and avoid hitting the aluminum grill in the middle. So essentially what that means is that you're not going to get dents inside this from the occasional fall. That makes it durable. What also makes it durable is on the top, you're also going to find this kind of rubber coating with concave buttons and the Bose logo prominently featured right in the middle. Now, interesting enough, there is an NFC chip inside allowing for easy pairing with, say, your smartphone. However, there is no, for some strange reason, NFC logo. So if I didn't look at the specs, I wouldn't have known that it has an NFC capability, which kind of opens up a bigger, broader discussion. Does anybody really use NFC to pair to devices, or do they just go to the settings and Bluetooth, find a device and do that? I think that's the way most people do it. So you got like this NFC technology that no one really uses. These are mind-boggling because it is actually a great technology. It's in our devices, but I just don't see that user, type of adoption of NFC technology. And it makes it even harder when you don't put the logo on. How are you supposed to know? How many people really look at the specs? You know what I'm saying? Now, on the bottom, you also have this camera. Essentially, it's like a mount screw on here. And it's the same kind that you would see on a tripod. So you could theoretically screw this onto a tripod. I've honestly never thought about screwing a speaker onto a tripod. But I guess you could do it, if you're having a party, you could do that. It's kind of a weird feature. There's also this metal contact on the bottom as well. And that's for the optional charging dock that you can buy for the Revolve II. Now that we've looked at the design, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the sound quality. Now, the first time I used this outside. I was gonna jump rope, which I do every morning working out, and that's what I love about speakers and earbuds is I can always review them while I'm jumping rope. I'm basically hitting two birds with one stone, getting fit and hitting a tech review and getting some B-roll for videos like this. It's the trifecta, I guess you could call it. And I gotta say, the first thing I noticed when I was doing this is it had a lot of low end, and I actually love having low end when I'm jumping rope because it just kind of gets me really pumped up. And I'll typically pick songs that I can match the metronome beat with the rope. So it kind of keeps me on pace, and it kind of looks cool because everything looks choreographed when you got a good beat, good tempo, good metronome, everything, good bass and low end. Now it kind of got me curious on how it actually creates a lot of that low end. And it's a very clever design because it's a 360 speaker. What they've done is they have a transducer in the middle. Now, essentially, a transducer converts one input energy into another output energy. Because if you remember from your science class, energy cannot be created or destroyed. It merely changes form. And that's what the transducer does. And it's downward facing. So it's pushing the sound down. And then there's this omnidirectional acoustic deflector then radiates that sound to give it that 360 sound. So that was really clever. Now, to get the low end, what the Revolve II has are these dual passive radiators on each side. And that is what's giving the low end frequency, and it reduces wasteful vibrations by covering them with an acoustic output. So it's trying to take and not waste any of the energy inside the speaker, which is why I think it can be such a compact speaker, but deliver such a powerful sound. You know, Bose has got a lot of experience in this. They've been making speakers for a long time, and so when it came to making an outdoor portable speaker, they definitely had some tricks up their sleeve, and getting that low end with such a compact speaker was definitely one of them. Now let's talk a little bit about the battery life. Bose says you can get about 13 hours of battery life, which when you think about it for a portable speaker, that's pretty good. You know, unless you're out in the boonies, you know, you're probably going to end up charging this later on, and 13 hours will do good. I guess it really essentially depends on how loud you have the music as well, because they never say that when they say the battery life. Is that on max input? Is that on the lowest input? But I'll tell you this, I charged this once, and during the whole time when I was jumping rope, listening, watching movies on a tablet, I hadn't charged it again. So the battery life is probably something that you have to worry about. What you should worry about, and something I'm about to go on a little rant here, is on the bottom, the way you charge this is through a micro USB. You'll notice that they also have the traditional headphone jack. Now I'm really confused here because, you know, you could have gone without the headphone jack. I don't know if a lot of people are going to use that. It's a Bluetooth speaker. It's portable. You got your smartphone. Why wouldn't you just connect that way? Especially when your smartphone doesn't even have a headphone jack. But y'all, you put a USB, old school micro USB adapter on here, not USB-C. Yo, it is 2021, Bose. You are a brand that makes premium audio products, and somehow you decided that it would be a good idea to put micro USB. Nobody expects to look at a micro USB on a product in 2021. I've seen smaller brands from China come out with USB-C. How did this get through the design process? There's got to be an engineer. I guarantee you there's an engineer who was like, you know what, they should probably put USB-C. And he didn't say anything. He was just like groupthink. He's just, if I was working there, I would have put my hand up. I would have been like, you know what, the consumers expect USB-C. Yeah, sure, it might cost a little bit, but this is still a premium priced speaker. You know, you got to pay a pretty penny for it. The sound quality is amazing. Everything, the design is all great. And you put a USB, micro USB. You're killing me, man. USB-C. Can't you see? Like literally, you gotta put it in. Okay, the rant is over. Let's go ahead and talk about some notable features. So the one feature that I really like, and I'm telling you, doesn't matter what brand speaker you get, always look for multi-connect. Multi-connect allows you to have two different devices. It could be two smartphones. It could be your phone and your tablet. Essentially two devices connected at the same time. So if you're having a party and you got that friend who always wants to play their music off their phone when you have a party and you got music playing on your phone, you can be like, bro, all right, let's make a rule. Let me play my song, then you can play your song. And you could do it from both phones on the same speaker. That's what multi-connect is, and it's something that I highly recommend you look for in a Bluetooth speaker. There's also the ability to have a party mode. And essentially that allows you to connect two SoundLink speakers together to create either a left channel and a right channel, or play the same music but have them in different locations, which is great if you have a party and you have like one speaker inside and maybe one on the backyard patio. However, it's got to be SoundLink. And I just wish one of these days with the Bluetooth standard, maybe with Bluetooth 6, all the different brands just get together and say, we're just going to allow you to multi-connect with different brands, you know, and just have a lot of faith in your own brand so that, you know, consumers get the flexibility. Because, you know, this is pretty expensive speaker. To get two of these, you know, you gotta really like Bose as a brand to be able to do that. And we just had this technology to allow multiple speakers to connect. Just for the consumers, please do it. Another thing that it has is Siri and Google Assistant capabilities. However, what you got to do is to activate that is you got to press a button. And this was really hard for me because I'm so used to using smart speakers just by saying the command word. Y'all know what it is. But I'm not going to say it because I got all these speakers around my house and they all just start lighting up. But the problem is that you got to press the button. So it's just like that extra step. Just that alone made me not want to use it. However, it does have that capability. It's also Alexa enabled. So if you have an Alexa enabled devices, you'll be able to turn them on and off with the Revolve 2. So that's another good feature, especially if you have a smart home. So now let's end off with my final thoughts. I gotta say, like I said, you know, this was really the first Bose speaker that I've reviewed, I think, ever. Like, I'm trying to use my memory. I've been in the tech game for like 10 years, and I'm like, did I review a Bose? I don't think so. I reviewed the Bose earbuds, their sport earbuds, which I love. Damn, does it have a lot of bass. Right in there. That's what I use every day when I'm jumping rope without a speaker, by the way. So, you know, I've always thought of Bose as a premium brand. I never really thought of them as an outdoor portable speaker brand, but the Revolve 2 is just a fantastic sounding speaker. Lots of low end. The mids and the highs are all well balanced, so it doesn't matter what kind of genre of music you're listening to, I guarantee you it's going to sound good. Let's put it this way. If you buy this speaker, you will not be disappointed with the sound. What you should be disappointed is the fact that you got to charge it with micro USB and not USB-C. Come on, Bose. You guys are kidding. And this is the Revolve 2, the second iteration of the Revolve line. And again, nobody thought it would be a good idea to put USB-C. So that's my only beef, you know, but 13 hours of battery life, that's fine. Of course, you still have micro USB cables around. You shouldn't have to, but you're going to still have to keep them because they're still putting products out using micro USB. But again, another thing I would have liked to see is in the Bose Connect app, some type of EQ. You know, some people just want to do a little bit of tweaking, you know, just a little bit of low end or just a little bit of highs. It'd have been nice, you know, this is Bose we're talking about. You guys can figure that out, I think, on the app side to work with your SoundLink speakers. That would make consumers and audiophiles like myself very happy. Well, I hope you enjoyed this review for Best Buy's blog of the Bose Revolve II portable, durable, and smart Bluetooth speaker. If you like this review, please smash that like button. Like the video and leave your comments. Even hit that thumb. You know all those little things that help the algorithm. Please do them. We appreciate that a lot. If you have comments, you can leave them below. And if you want more information about me, please hit me up on my website, handyandymedia.com. I too have a YouTube channel, a lot of DIYs, tech reviews, you name it. So if you're into that kind of stuff, hit me up over there as well. Well, that's all the time we have today. My name is Andy Barrar, aka Handy Andy, the DIY tech guy, signing out. See you again next time. Bye for now.